Think about how many unfinished project cars you've seen. Not blown up, not wrecked, just abandoned. Sitting in a driveway on jack stands, halfway apart in a garage, listed for sale on Marketplace for pennies, just saying I lost interest. Most of these projects didn't die because of broken parts. They died because something else broke first. So I kind of wanted to talk today about something that I've been seeing a lot lately and personally feeling. And it's winter, and these storms have been absolutely brutal, literally freezing most people's projects, putting a dead stop on most DIYers and people like me who don't have access to garages or heated buildings and lifts and all that kind of stuff. And when your project gets stalled like that, there's one thing that can quietly, honestly, make it worse. And that is something that a lot of people don't talk about in the car community. It's social media. Now, don't get me wrong, social media has done a lot of right for the car culture and car scene and for the enthusiasts, but it's also done a lot of wrong. And I'm not going to talk about some of the wrong that a lot of other people have talked about. I'm going to talk about the dark side of it that actually kills a lot of projects for people. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about broken engines. I'm not talking about lack of skill. I'm talking about what kind of goes on inside your head if you just sit there and scroll while your car is sitting there either not getting worked on or half taken apart or collecting dust. Now, here's how it usually starts. You hop on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever your platform of choice is. You see these crazy finished build, big power numbers, beautiful engine bays, cars that look absolutely perfect. And 5 minutes later, you're looking at your project car sitting there. It's half blown apart, you need to order parts, it's dusty, it hasn't moved in weeks or months, and suddenly all that progress that you feel like you made feels like a total failure. You feel like you're so behind when all these other people are so ahead. And here's the problem. You're comparing your messy middle to someone else's highlight reel. Social media compresses the years of work someone put into their build into one single post or one dyno pull. It doesn't show the late nights, the mistakes that someone made, the rewiring, the why isn't this working. It just shows a lot of it. There are some honest creators out there, but a lot of it just shows the end result. And this comparison, I don't know, sometimes it drives people, it lights a fire under their ass, but sometimes it makes them feel like they've been behind. And I personally know what that feels like, and I know it sucks. And when you feel behind enough, your motivation it's just gone. It's dead. You stop wrenching because you're like, what's the point? You stop ordering your parts because you're like, I'll never catch up to them. Like, what's the point of me doing this anymore? And eventually your project, it doesn't die because of a broken part. It dies from neglect. And this is the part I think a lot of people need to hear. Remember who you're building this car for. You're not building it for Instagram. You're not building it for YouTube. You're not building it for comments, like someone else's approval. You're building it for you. For you. I mean, look at me. I bought a 2003 Monte Carlo SS and decided that I'm going to attempt to turn it into something fun. And talk about a dying platform, right? Like this thing is literally, no one builds these things. But I got it because one, I did a lot of research on the 3800 just randomly through one of my ADHD moments, and I thought it was cool. GM literally slapped these 3800s in everything, literally everything, sedans, coupes, everything in the early 2000s. And these things are like stupid reliable, like they take abuse, they don't complain, and there are some actually really cool things that you can do with them that I think would be cool to show. And as an engineer, that like really excites me. That's like what gets me out of bed in the morning. I love taking something that's underrated, totally written off, considered not cool, and figure out how to squeeze every little ounce of performance, how to make it better, how to make it as efficient as possible. I love that. That is my favorite thing to do. And hell, that's literally what I do for a living. I literally take boilers from the 1950s and I try to make them run as efficiently as possible. And I genuinely have an absolute blast doing it. So why would my project car be like any different than like that? Because that's what I love to do. And here's the truth that nobody really likes to say out loud. Comparison has definitely killed more project cars than blown engines, destroyed parts, anything. Not because people aren't capable, but because they stop enjoying the process. And once that joy is gone, the project just doesn't stand a chance anymore. And winter makes this 10 times worse because we've just been absolutely slammed by these winter storms. Your progress slows down. It gets darker earlier out, so you can't really work outside, and your project physically gets stuck. Like, you literally can't do anything unless you don't care about freezing your balls off. But the one thing that doesn't stop is you going on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and scrolling and seeing all these other awesome cars or people making progress on their build inside in a warm garage. But let me say this super clear. There is nothing wrong with your project being slow right now. At all. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks from it. There's nothing wrong from letting your car sit for a little bit. The mistake is letting social media or all these crazy builds think that you slowing down on your project means that you're failing on it, that you're not doing a good job, that you're not getting ahead, that you're not gonna build something cool. Because you are gonna build something cool. It just takes time. And here's what keeps your project alive. Take the small wins into consideration. One bolt, one part, one add-on, one problem solved. Take those little victories and hold on to them and run with them. Because think about it. If you solve one problem in one day, you made progress. It may not be crazy progress like you see out there now, but you made progress and you did that. Build in stages, and remember most of all, why you started this. Why you started this project. Not why someone else built theirs, or why they did it that way or this way, or that, or how they got this far ahead. Everyone has a different amount of money. Everyone has a different time. Everyone has different space, different priorities. The only thing that you can focus on is yourself and what you're doing. If you're building something because you think it's interesting, then it makes sense to you. And that's all that matters. If you building something because you think it's fun, that's all that matters. Because who cares what other people are building or what other people are doing? You're not chasing validation. You're not chasing the likes, unless you are, but you're chasing understanding why you think it's fun. You're chasing your own happiness. So keep going and keep taking those little victories, and just don't ever think that you're falling behind or failing at something because you're taking your time. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the struggle of it. Enjoy the small victories. And because when you finally turn that key, hear it run, drive it down the street for the first time, see it go on the dyno if you're getting it dyno tuned or whatever, when it's finally at the point where you're done or 90% done, it's gonna be the best feeling in the world. It's gonna be the most amazing feeling in the world. And this is my message to you, if you even made it this far. If you got a project sitting that's half apart, collecting dust, sitting on jack stands, hasn't been touched, you're not behind. You're just in the middle. And the middle is where most of the real builds happen. That's why we do this. For the middle part. I do it for the middle part. I think it's fun as hell. And a project car isn't dead until you decide it is. Don't let comparison rule you. And to quote something that someone really close to me has said to me thousands of times, comparison is the thief of joy, and don't let your joy be thieved. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.